20 reported tornadoes. Tonight, the dramatic images. Homes destroyed, trees and power lines down. And tonight, the death toll now climbing in the Bahamas and the major new fear. Ginger Zee is standing by with the new track for the U.S. The major wildfire burning at this hour, out of control. The pictures coming in at this hour. Flames now coming dangerously close to homes, and we'll show you. The American mom under arrest tonight, reportedly accused of trying to buy a 6-day-old baby online. Surveillance allegedly showing her trying to sneak the newborn onto a plane in her carry-on. The national case, the missing mom last seen dropping off her children at school after her husband was arrested. Tonight, his girlfriend under arrest. Authorities reveal why. The race for 2020, the Democratic frontrunner, and the scrutiny. Former Vice President Joe Biden on his gaffes. Asked by Stephen Colbert, "Are you going nuts?" His response. News tonight about actor Kevin Hart, the crash leaving him badly injured. Tonight, the 911 calls from the scene and from his home. The young country singer who has died in a car accident posting not long before the crash. The new and alarming vaping news tonight, a new death, and the separate headline, a possible ingredient in vaping now being looked at. And America Strong tonight, it's something we do every year here. Just try not to smile.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a very busy Thursday night. And we have weather emergencies on both coasts as we come on the air tonight. The wildfire burning out of control now near homes, and of course Hurricane Dorian pounding the East Coast. It took days to get here, and it's now slamming the U.S. Multiple reports of tornadoes touching down. The eye wall now just 45 miles from Myrtle Beach. It could make landfall on North Carolina's Outer Banks, something we're watching into the night. The storm spawning those twisters, this one near Wilmington, North Carolina. Homes in Brunswick County ripped apart, hundreds of thousands without power tonight. Winds lashing the shore nearly 100 miles an hour and pushing the floodwaters right into the streets of Charleston. The new threats as we head into this evening and into tomorrow morning. We have the track here at ABC. Steve Osunsami leading us off from Charleston.
Hurricane Dorian is bringing tragedy to the Carolina coast, destroying their homes with tornadoes and frightening them with waterspouts.
Which way is it going?
Near Myrtle Beach, families who rode out the storm had to run from the twisters just after sunrise. Someone drove this Jeep up onto the beach, and the storm is taking it away too. The high winds tore the siding off these apartment buildings. The people inside worried for their lives.
And all of a sudden, the windows broke loose. Everything was swirling in our bedroom.
This is what the storm left of this mobile home park in Emerald Isle, North Carolina. Amazingly, no one was hurt. The winds left hundreds of thousands of people without power when trees came down over power lines. Charleston was hit hard.
We're seeing this all over town. Trees that couldn't withstand these high winds came crashing down, sometimes over power lines.
A giant tree came crashing this morning onto the bed of this 7-year-old boy.
We were all sleeping downstairs as precaution. For this reason, we do it during every storm.
Patrick Murray and his daughter Millie say it was a rough night.
And it was a little scary in the middle of the night. It started to pick up and the shutters were banging.
Just down the street from our hotel is the reason we lost power. This dangerous power line dangling in floodwaters, lighting up the street.
And Steve Osunsami with us live tonight from Charleston. Steve, we can see that tree down there right behind you. This storm has knocked out power for hundreds of these trees all over the city.
That's right, David. Hundreds of these trees fell overnight. I want you to take a close look at this tree. You know, if you get a good look at it, you'll realize it is a massive oak tree, many times my size, that fell in the middle of the night, frightening homeowners here. It was brought down by the high winds. Wind gusts were between 60 and 70 miles an hour, and luckily no one here was hurt. David.
That scene says it all, Steve. Thank you. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Zee. She's tracking it from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina tonight. Ginger?
Yeah, gusty winds here near 64 miles per hour not too long ago, and we are starting to see Dorian pass us here at Myrtle Beach. It is racing up the coast now at 10 miles per hour to the northeast, and a tornado watch has now been extended all the way to Norfolk and Virginia Beach. That has been one of the major issues, as you mentioned, those tornadoes coming with those ripping winds offshore. But watch as this track could take 2 landfalls in the next 12 hours, David. Watch that Category 2 storm go out into the ocean, but it will still have impacts as far north as Nantucket. Let's time it out for you. By tomorrow morning, you could see near Morehead City, out in the Outer Banks there, you could end up seeing one of the landfalls. Then over the Outer Banks, Nags Head, Morehead City all need to be on the lookout. Surge in the area of 4 to 7 feet. Nantucket by Saturday morning, David, could see gusts to 60 still from Dorian.
All right, potentially 2 landfalls. We'll be watching it with you, Ginger. Thanks to you again tonight. And in the Bahamas, the death toll rising and the new fear at this hour that toll could grow much higher. The staggering damage seen from the air tonight and the fear of what they might find under all of that debris there. The U.S. Coast Guard ferrying the injured to get medical help as that death toll begins its staggering climb. And ABC's Victor Oquendo traveling with one aid group to Freeport, Grand Bahama tonight.
Tonight, the desperate search for the missing, the whereabouts of hundreds unknown. Officials fear the death toll could be staggering. Coast Guard helicopters fanning out across the northern Bahamas, some landing on remote islands for the first time. Most of their homes completely gone. This area in Abaco, you can't even see the ground. Today, we flew with Trinity Air Ambulance to Grand Bahama with supplies collected by our Miami station, WPLG. We're about to land in one of the hardest hit areas in the Bahamas, Freeport. Our pilot tells us there is no working tower, so the U.S. Navy is actually coordinating all flights in and out from a nearby ship. Leaving the airport, a maze of debris, planes in wrong places. Nearby, we met Gino Daniels, the first floor of his home submerged by storm surge.
Water just poured in, and at that point, everything was a wash after that.
But he tells us he plans on rebuilding.
Still hard to see all what you've been accumulating and building up over years just completely washed away.
David, this is what's left of a terminal at the Grand Bahama International Airport in Freeport. It is a vital lifeline to the island, and they have just now resumed some makeshift operations, but the recovery here is going to take a long time. David?
Victor Oquendo with us tonight as well. Victor, thank you. To the other major story unfolding right now, a dangerous wildfire burning out of control in Southern California, threatening homes now, forcing evacuations. And ABC's Kana Whitworth with the images coming in right now.
Tonight, a fast-moving wildfire burning dangerously close to homes in Riverside County near the city of Murrieta, about 80 miles east of Los Angeles. More than 500 firefighters tonight battling the blaze, an all-out assault by air and on the ground. Flames scorching 2,000 acres since yesterday, ripping through these hills overnight. Homeowners frantically working to save their homes.
Just depends on how the wind's gonna, if it changes direction, then, you know, a lot can change quickly. So it's always a concern.
Tonight, 1,200 residents have been evacuated. This driver documenting her harrowing escape.
Scary. We've packed up and waiting to see if we're going to get evacuated or not.
Officials closing schools and urging residents in the area to avoid breathing the air. It's thick tonight with smoke and ash.
So let's get to Kana Whitworth with us live from California. And Kana, as we go back to those pictures now, we know these firefighters are up against some very tough conditions as we go into the night.
Yeah, David, as you can see, this is the first time this year that we've seen these high winds accompanied by such high heat. Firefighters are actually telling us these are the most extreme weather conditions they've seen all season. David?
Kana Whitworth with the pictures coming in from California. Thank you. Overseas and from the Philippines tonight, an American mother is charged with human trafficking, accused of trying to smuggle a 6-day-old baby home to the United States after reportedly trying to buy the baby online, connecting with the baby's mother on the internet. Officials releasing this airport surveillance tonight showing her carrying the baby through security, but she was stopped at the gate. And here's ABC's Paula Ferris tonight.
Police say this is video of an American woman trying to smuggle an infant out of the Philippines. Watch again as she pulls the baby just 6 days old out of that sling and walks through the metal detector at Manila's International Airport. Jennifer Talbot, who has been living in Utah, was arrested and charged with human trafficking. Here she is, handcuffed, being paraded by prosecutors in front of local media, at times wiping away tears. According to local reports, she met the baby's biological mother on the internet. It's unclear if any money was exchanged. At the airport, police say she successfully cleared the immigration counter with the newborn concealed. But as she was boarding a Delta Airlines flight back to the United States, she was asked by airline personnel about her oversized sling and wasn't able to produce travel documents for the baby.
There was really an intention to conceal and to sneak out the baby.
Talbot does have other children. She has asked the U.S. Embassy for help because if convicted, she faces a possible life sentence in the Philippines. The baby's biological parents also face human trafficking charges, and the mother telling investigators, David, she just wanted to give her baby up for adoption, but that baby is safe in the hands of the local government tonight.
A lot of questions about this. All right, Paula, thank you. Next to the case that made national headlines, the missing mother of 5 in Connecticut, her estranged husband arrested for a second time yesterday, and tonight his girlfriend under arrest. The new charges and the new surveillance tonight. Here's ABC's Whit Johnson.
Tonight, a second round of arrests connected to the case of missing mother of 5, Jennifer Dulos.
Anything about the new charge?
Michelle Troconis, turning herself into Connecticut police, charged with tampering or fabricating evidence. This after her boyfriend, Fotis Dulos, Jennifer's estranged husband, was taken into custody yesterday.
It's an exhausting fight. I love my children. That's about it.
According to an arrest warrant, complete with a time-stamped string of surveillance images, police say Troconis lied to them about potential alibis. Events which Troconis was forced to admit during questioning had never happened. Jennifer last seen May 24th, dropping her kids off at school. That morning, police believe Dulos was lying in wait at her home. A security camera capturing Jennifer's Chevy Suburban leaving. Detectives alleging Dulos was behind the wheel, possibly carrying her body. Investigators also accusing Dulos of later driving a co-worker's red Toyota Tacoma. They say lab results matched a blood-like substance found on the seats to Jennifer's DNA.
There's not much here that we hadn't heard before, and I question the wisdom of these charges at this late date.
Dulos and Troconis pleaded not guilty to previous charges. Tonight, both are out on bail again, wearing ankle monitors. David?
All right, Whit Johnson, thank you. And now to the boat, engulfed in flames in the middle of the night. 34 trapped below deck. They did not survive. As we've been reporting, investigators have been interviewing the crew, and tonight we've learned some of what they have described. ABC's Will Carr in Santa Barbara again tonight.
Tonight, as dive teams are pulling parts of the Conception out of the water, we're now hearing the harrowing tale told by the surviving crew members. One tells the NTSB he was sleeping on the boat's main deck, heard a loud noise, and realized the galley was engulfed by a massive fire. The crew tells investigators they then desperately tried to get to the 34 sleeping passengers below deck.
Could not get into the double doors because it was overcome by flames. They then went to the front of the vessel and tried to get into the windows. At some point, because of heat, smoke, and fire, they had to jump off the boat.
While investigators try to figure out the cause of the fire, NTSB board member Jennifer Homendy just toured a similar boat owned by the same company and tried to escape through the bunk room's emergency hatch.
In order for me to really get at it, I had to kind of twist around and then push it out.
Would you feel comfortable sleeping in that bunk room?
I think I would have concerns.
There were only 2 ways out of that room, through the emergency hatch or up a staircase. They both led to the same place, though, the galley, which was on fire. Tonight, the NTSB says that's concerning as well. David.
Will Carr with us again tonight. Will, thank you. And we turn to the verdict tonight for 2 men charged in a deadly fire in Oakland, California. It made national headlines at the time. 1 man acquitted, a hung jury for the other. 36 people died in the fire during a party at the so-called Ghost Ship Warehouse in December 2016. The jury was hung on Derek Almena, who rented the building. It was then acquitted on Max Harris, his partner. We turn now to the deadly mass shootings in this country and the fallout. A growing list of retailers asking customers not to openly carry guns into their stores after Walmart and Kroger announced that change in policy today. Pharmacy giants Walgreens and CVS, as well as Wegmans supermarkets, now following that move. Now the race for 2020 tonight, former Vice President Joe Biden, the Democratic frontrunner, and that means, of course, growing scrutiny. Tonight, Biden on his own gaffes. Stephen Colbert during late night asking Biden, "Are you going nuts?" How Biden answered. Here's Mary Bruce.
After a string of misstatements, the self-proclaimed gaffe machine went on late-night television and tried to laugh off the scrutiny.
In the last few weeks, you've confused New Hampshire for Vermont, said Bobby Kennedy and MLK were assassinated in the late 70s, assured us I'm not going nuts. Follow-up question, are you going nuts?
Look, the reason I came on the Jimmy Kimmel Show is because I'm not. I mean, I got it. I mean,
Pressed again, Joe Biden downplayed his missteps.
Any gaffe that I have made, and I've made gaffes like every politician I know has, have been not about a substantive issue.
And he pushed back on a Washington Post report that he's been telling inaccurate stories out on the campaign trail, saying it's the message that matters, not the details.
I'm not sure that's relevant, but I don't, I don't get wrong things like